Loose ball, and it's gonna go. Maddie buries it in the net to tie it. It's good! Back at Durfee this week as we get to see field hockey for the third time this fall. Today, a rematch against the Somerset-Berkley Raiders. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud, down on the field here at Mac Aldridge Field for what is always a contentious and very big rivalry game for the Hilltoppers and the Raiders. Two communities, two schools that are right next door to each other. The players and coaches know each other, and it makes for a lot of fun. You hear the horn behind me, warm-ups are just wrapping up, so we'll be back live on the air in just a couple minutes, but we want to get you set for this game before we go to the break. Durfee coming in at 6-2. They've won 3 in a row, and that includes their last win against Bridgewater Raynham, which we were here for a week ago. On the other side of things, Somerset-Berkley is a perfect 8-0, and they took that first matchup 7-1 against Durfee across the river. So this should be a good one. Hilltoppers have made some changes since the Dartmouth loss, which was 3 games ago, and it has seemed to work for them, and particularly on defense. So we'll see if the Hilltoppers have made enough changes that they can take care of Somerset on their home turf this evening. Stay with us. Live action right after the break.
I'm Alan McNamara, CEO of Main Street Projects.
And I'm Kristen Cantara Oliveira, Vice Chair of the Community Preservation Committee.
The Bradford Durfee Textile College was a prominent training center for over a century.
A critical resource that prepared thousands of young people and immigrants to gain employment.
In 1899, the state invested approximately $75,000 to construct the Bradford Durfee Textile College, named after one of the city's leading industrialists.
As technology evolved, so did the curriculum, to include classes such as mechanical engineering.
But after years of accumulating wealth, northern mill owners could not compete with mills in the south.
Alan Macumber and members of the Community Preservation Committee envisioned a transformative project to stave off demolition.
The Durfee Textile College is now a vital cornerstone of downtown revitalization. Each of the 55 law-style apartments are uniquely designed with a comfortable blend of errors.
11 of those 55 units meet affordable housing regulations set by the CPC Community Housing Fund.
Members of the Historical Commission advocated for renovation over replacement. The 100,000 square foot building contains original flooring, brick walls, staircases, and doors. New construction replicates craftsmanship of 130 years earlier.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
I'm Mike Labossiere, Watuppa Reservation Forester.
And I'm Paul Furlan, the Administrator of Community Utilities.
Protecting open space is a benefit today, and it's a gift to future generations.
For over 150 years, Fall River has been a leader in environmental preservation. The Southeastern Massachusetts Bioreserve ensures forests and fields remain undeveloped and accessible. The Community Preservation Act is a vital component to fulfill climate goals.
Since 2017, CPA funds totaling nearly $1.3 million have been used to acquire conservation areas in Fall River. Educational programs within the bioreserve connect families to nature and promote understanding and respect for diverse culture, history, and wildlife.
Half of Fall River, about 12,000 acres, an area the size of Mattapoisett, is protected water and woodland. Healthy forests minimize flooding, reduce erosion, and provide habitat for endangered species.
As the region expands manufacturing and technology, people are directly reliant on green infrastructure as an irreplaceable source of clean water and air.
Miles of trails wind through unique landscapes which appeal to hikers, cross-country skiers, and mountain bikers. Specific areas are open for safe seasonal hunting. The The bioreserve promises endless discoveries and recreational experiences year-round.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mac Aldrich Field. Evan Massoud with you for live field hockey on a beautiful Tuesday here as we begin the month of October with better weather than we've had in the last 2 weeks. It's been a fantastic start to the work week. 75 degrees right now at game time, which is a little late. JV ran a little bit long today, so just about basically going to be a 5:30 start here, 5:28 right now. And we'll get things going. The Somerset JV team beat Durfee, so varsity looking to enact some revenge on the loss that they had earlier this season and to get some revenge for JV as well. And as the teams are huddled up here and get ready to break and head onto the field, take a look at the starters for both teams. For the visiting Somerset-Berkley Raiders, they're 8-0-0 this season coming into play. So a very good start for the team from across the Taunton River. It'll be number 1, Ella Vaught. Number 2, Addie Finlaw. Number 3, Megan Costa. Number 4, Tatum Swanson. Number 5, Carissa Albin. Number 6, Emily Carr. Number 8, Scarlett Isidoro. Number 9, Maura Kennedy. Number 12, Karis Botello. Number 24, Ryan Crook. And in goal, number 99, Sophia Valcourt. "15-minute running clock here in varsity field hockey. And here we go. For Durfee at 6-2-0. No ties for either team here, basically halfway through the season. Number 2, Alina Emery. Number 5, Peyton Botello. Number 9, Sydney Duong. Captain number 10, Casey Curran. Captain number 12, Emily Curran. Number 13, Avery Mata. Number 14, also a captain, Elia Delisle. Number 16, Avery Lane. Captain number 21, Tony Freitas. Number 25, Lily Cook. And in goal for Durfee, the 00, Nick Karen. Had a chance to speak with both coaches, and Coach Crook from Somerset, I asked her, said 8-0, not a bad start. And she said, she said, we've had a lot of blowouts, she says, in terms of wins, and it doesn't make it so much fun in terms of competition, and I get that. We kind of talked about that here on the air about Durfee playing Brockton and playing New Bedford. Those programs are not quite at the level that they had been in previous years. So, and Durfee's, grown and gotten better each year, and so it tends to be a lopsided victory. And kind of the same thing in some of the conference games for Somerset. And so she was very much looking forward to this game. Even though they did put up 7 goals against Durfee in the first matchup, the Durfee coaches be the first to tell you it just was an off day. Nothing went their way. Since that loss, though, just the one other loss, and that was to Dartmouth. And that's the game. I mentioned that in the open, and I keep referring to it because Coach Henrik told me that they made some changes before that game, personnel and whatnot, particularly defensively. And it showed because, Dartmouth is truly in our conference here, it's Durfee and Dartmouth neck and neck. BR and New Bedford and Brockton, definitely a pace behind. We saw that last week as well when Durfee hosted BR. That's the last time we were here. And that Dartmouth game was really neck and neck. It was a nail-biter the whole time. And they only allowed the one goal, and that was the loss, 1-0. So I look at that game, and then I look at the fact that they've won 3 since coming into today, and the team seems different since then. As that's sent towards the goal, in the air, high stick, and Durfee gains the corner here in the early goings. So the Durfee coaches feel this is a different team from the first matchup with Somerset, and quite frankly, so did the Somerset coaches. They felt the same way. So this should be a much tighter game than the first one. And, Durfee never needs any bulletin board material, but if they've lost to a team already and they're getting a second crack at them, this Hilltoppers team is fierce when it comes to trying to right the ship against the team they already lost to. And rarely do we see them come out on the losing side against a team twice in a season. Let's just put it that way. So I think, Durfee being on their home field and they've won 3 in a row coming into this, so they're performing well over their last week and a half, just as Somerset has been. I think this should be a very tight game. And if you go back to the loss from Somerset, it was just Durfee's second game as well. So they were still kind of figuring things out a bit. They beat Dighton Rehoboth 2-1 their following game. Then they blew out Brockton 12-0. They lost to Dartmouth the 1-0. Then 7-0 win against New Bedford, 5-3 against Apponequet, and 8-0 against BR last Wednesday when we were here. So I look at that and I say, wow, they've only allowed 5 goals in the last 6 games, and 3 of them came in one game. That's a great stretch, for Durfee. On the other side, right, talking about Somerset, we'll pull up their schedule here. They've definitely had quite a few blowouts. But, again, if you're not, being really tested per se, I guess that's the politically right way to say it, if you're above your competition so much, you're putting up 9, 10 goals a game, 7 goals a game, how much is that helping you in terms of, a true test out on the field, true competition on the field? Somerset's 8-0. Their last 3 wins have been shutouts. 6-0 to DR, 9-0 to West Bridgewater, and 4-0 against Bishop Stang. That came on Saturday. Corner coming here for the Raiders. Poked across the circle. Crook takes a shot, and it misses, goes out of bounds. Down deep in the zone. Cleared out of the circle. Now far side. Botello trying to clear it out. Whistle sounds. Crossing and coming all the way out of play. up the field and out of bounds. Sent back in play. Raiders still deep in Durfee's territory. Crossing pass to Crook. Nice job there from Mata to take it away. Now cut off by Costa. Lane jarred it loose. Now Finlaw takes the shot. Bouncer still loose. Down deep in the zone. Karen dives, but it's not enough. And the Raiders have scored first. It was Carissa Albin with the goal. Coming at 8 minutes and 12 seconds here in the first. So Durfee playing from behind here in the early goings. That goes out of play on the far side. It'll be inbounded by Maura Kennedy. Durfee ball, good send right to the middle of the field. Gathered by Botello. And sent back to the near side here. Vaught with it. Good send up the field. Durfee turns it around. Freitas. Freitas gets back there now on the far side. Trying to send it up to her forwards. Finlaw cuts it off. And now Freitas forging ahead. Backhand towards the goal. In front. Shot taken. It's going to go. Does it make it through? It did not go. An incredible save from Valcourt. Literally right on the line. What a huge opportunity for Durfee. And Valcourt answering the call. I thought it went too. Sent right back up by the Hilltoppers. Now cut off and towards midfield it'll roll on this near side. You know, that's one of those opportunities that you'd love to have back. And, you know, if you're Durfee, I'd go right back to that kind of same set, right? You're trying to answer quickly. Get this game tied up really, you know, in short time, not let Somerset play with a lead, and they almost did. Sent down low and cleared out, but it came up, and the whistle will sound. It stops play. Waiting on the swing there from Lane. Crook punches it ahead. It's off the foot of Seymour. Another free ball for the Hilltoppers. Passed up ahead to Lane. That was Delisle, by the way, not Lane the first time. So Delisle went up the field. Now Casey Curran with it. Freitas was looking for some help on a crossing pass. It was cut off. And back to midfield before Emily Curran cuts it off. Big swing towards the circle. Slowed up by Finlaw. Sent towards the goal. Batted away by Valcourt. Some fancy hand-eye coordination. Whistle sounds down low, and Durfee will go to the corner. What a beautiful night. You know, I mean, I don't mind being able to swim. I don't mind the snow. But if it was like this every day, I would be thrilled. Perfect weather. Right along the boundary. And Durfee gains the corner again. Good pressure from Mata. Oh, sorry, no, not a corner. My bad. Just a reset here. They gave way to Cook. Cook with the crossing pass now. Loose in front. And unable to turn it around. Took a little long there as well. And that's going to trickle by. Durfee answers. And it's 1-1. Let's see who got that. Oh, that was Emery. Emery with the goal. So a tie game here. That goal coming at 13:49. There was a lot of bodies down deep in the zone there, and Valcourt, quite frankly, never saw it. That was a savable ball. It bounced literally like a super ball. It wasn't on the ground. Pad save comes back as the Hilltoppers keeping the pressure on. That's going to roll out of bounds and onto the track. Pink ball here today as we've entered October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so you'll start to see the pink accessories throughout the rest of this month now, basically the rest of the fall season, because the regular season ends before November 1st. A 2-on-nobody for the Raiders. Karen comes out, gives up the body, and makes the save as time runs out in the first. What an effort to keep the game tied. And it's 1-1 after 15 minutes. Teams will take a quick break here in between quarters. We'll take a quick break as well. Back in 60 seconds with the second quarter right after this.
Hi, my name is Laura Ferreira. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason, your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Welcome back to Durfee, everybody. Evan Massoud with you as the teams are wrapping up their break in between quarters. That's a huge goal for the Hilltoppers, you know, after they nearly had one, a fantastic save from Valcourt just about 2 or 3 minutes after Somerset got their first goal. And to come right back and be able to tie it up, that makes a huge difference here, you know, going forward, you know, for the Hilltoppers, right? You get your confidence back. It's even keel now. Might as well be 0-0. So second quarter coming up, a 1-1 game. And both teams have had some great chances as well. I mean, we could easily have seen 4 goals between the two teams already. And the goalies have made some good plays. Karen, right at the end of that first period, that first quarter, fantastic save. So expect more of the same. This is kind of what we were thinking would be the case coming into it. A tight game, highly contested, evenly matched. And I'd say through 15 minutes here, we're certainly seeing that here on Fred TV. Here we go, 15 minutes rolling until halftime here as the sun has disappeared behind the tree line, so no more sun on the field. That goes out of bounds here right at the start. Delisle was looking for help, now just going to take it. Weaves away, it's taken away by Vaught. Durfee's defense slow, getting down to the other end of the field. Now they have some bodies there as play was interrupted by Botello. So that helps a little bit. But there were quite a few blue Somerset jerseys down there. Back to midfield. And Emery, Emery was the Lone Ranger there up the field. It was her and about 5 Raiders. And now turned back around, sent back. Programming note here at the top, there's some changes that had to be made to Thursday's soccer schedule. Kind of went back and forth a little bit, but Diamond at the school, they have an event in the evening, and so what was originally going to be a 3:30 boys game at Britland, Durfee visiting Diamond at Britland for boys, and then the girls game here in the evening was then changed to be 6:30 for both teams right here at Durfee. Boys were going to play on the practice turf behind us, girls here in the stadium, because the boys had the stadium the first time. That has all changed today. Girls are playing on Thursday against Diamond here at 3:30, and we will cover that game live. The boys are going to be at Britland Park at 3:30. No evening game now on Thursday. So an earlier broadcast, but as I said, nonetheless, we will cover it. We were hoping for the boys game, but unfortunately just not possible to broadcast down at Britland Park. So we will have the girls game here, and I believe we'll see the boys soon, though. When do we see the boys again here? We got a couple games down the stretch. They were conference games down the stretch here. So we have boys on the 17th, which is the Dartmouth. That's their road game in Dartmouth, and we typically do the road games for the Dartmouth matchup. So that'll be the next time we see the boys. But I know a couple other little adjustments were made in other areas, so we'll double-check our broadcast schedule. If we can pick up another game, we certainly will. But for now, Thursday will be a 3:30 broadcast, not an evening broadcast. And then for Friday for football, again, you'll be able to watch that on the Durfee Athletics YouTube channel live, just as you were able to last week. And we'll post that link, of course, for you at the end of the week. Another corner coming for the Raiders. We'll also have some highlights to show you at halftime that we were supposed to run at the end of last week, but with the weather, we're not able to do a broadcast here for football on Friday with the threat of the rain throughout the evening. A lot of sensitive equipment here, obviously. So that's why it was broadcast on the Athletics YouTube. But during the week, last week, I had a chance to stop at Diamond and here at Durfee for girls volleyball highlights. On both teams played the same night. So highlights from both of those games we'll show you here at halftime. Diamond had quite the match last Monday in Mayflower Conference play. They ended up they put up a string of points like I don't think I've ever seen before. So it was pretty cool. It was good timing, when we were getting there with the camera. So that's to come in about 10 minutes during the halftime break. So we invite you to stick around, see those highlights. Carissa Albin, who scored the lone goal for Somerset, had a chance at a swing there and unable to make good on it. Goes out of bounds. High pass, clacking sticks, whistle sounds, free ball for the Raiders. They get it to Crook. Good pressure right there from Mata defensively. And Durfee will get it back here. Good high pass down the sideline. Raiders trying to make the turn, and the whistle sounds. So that slows her up. It'll still be Durfee ball, but stops that forward progression. Cook will take the shot here. Another lofted ball. Batted down, high stick. Coming near side here. Poked out of bounds by Lane. And the Raiders will be forced to inbound as Patello squares it up. That one came up a little high. Big swing, crossing middle of the field. Gets by all the Hilltoppers though. Cut off, shot. Batted in the air. Came up too high, and it'll be Somerset ball. Pass to Crook. Down the field it goes, a 2-on-1. Who will get there first? It will be Durfee. And it comes out of bounds. Nice job to clear it out, though. Vitello to Crook. Kick save from Karen. Taken away by Vaught as she batted it down from the air and then finally got control over it. Cleared out again. Crossing down low, dangerous spot, tripped up in the circle, and that goes out of play. That one bounces as well. Crook gives chase. Shot taken, goes out of play. That was Finlaw who gave it a ride. We come up on the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Already almost halftime. A tie game. Lights on here at the stadium. Nice takeaway there from Emery. Good pass, shot taken, crossing, and nobody home. Emery scored Durfee's goal, and she made a bid for an assist right there. All the way across the field, one side to the other. Kennedy with the pass. Hilltoppers break it up. Now Crook able to put the stick on it. And that goes out. Or comes back, I should say. Comes out of the circle. Free ball for Durfee. Taken away by Lane. Finlaw working the far side, using her speed. Punched ahead, crossing the emblem. Casey Curran Runs into traffic. And Kennedy makes a move on the far side. Gonna take a swing, hit a little behind it, but finds her teammate there, Albin. And Emily Curran gets the whistle. On the free ball, final 60 seconds of this first half. And a corner coming for the Raiders as the clock continues to wind down here. Still loose in front. Hilltoppers trying to clear it out. They get it down low, and it's going to stay in. Can take a swing. 15 seconds. Now Vaught sends it down low. Loose ball again, cleared away, and that should ice this first half. One final shot, and it will not go. And after one half, we are tied 1-1. What a great first half. Good competition, both sides with some good chances. We've seen a goal for each. And again, evenly split as we figured it would be. Just a 5-minute halftime break here, which gives us plenty of time to take a look at our volleyball highlights from the past week here. So let's get right to it. Good crowd at Diamond Regional. James C. Ashley Gymnasium. We'll take a look at Game 1 highlights here for the Bengals. After trailing early, Diamond putting together a run like we haven't seen in years. Casey Lynch there with the serve. Puts Diamond up by 5, 14-9. A little later, Bengals get back on the third touch here. Gloria Moniz with the dig. Vanessa Mello with the set. Lindsay Moniz with the finish. Diamond's lead is 9, and they're closing in on a set 1 victory. We'll look at set point here. Gloria Moniz setting up Courtney Boyes. She ends the first. Cougars defense unable to return it. The Bengals rattle off 18 straight points to take game 1 25-9. They sweep the match in 3 sets. Durfee played the same night, hosting the Taunton Tigers at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. We'll take a look at their game 1 highlights. 4-3 Durfee in the early goings, adding to their lead. Alexis Lane gets the serve, plays it to Riley Curran, who sets for Jocelyn Adorno-Segoin. Durfee now up by 2. A couple points later, Hilltoppers still ahead. Curran setting again, this time finds Zoe Moussat. Big power, spikes it off the front line, good for the point. A little later now, 8-6 Durfee, Hilltoppers receive. Curran trying a little trickery, pokes it over the net against an unsuspecting defense, 9-6. The score in the first. Despite a strong start though for the Hilltoppers, the Tall Tigers just a bit too much. They take the match 3-1. As we return live here to Mac Aldridge Field. 3 minutes to go. We'll take the break. We'll see you for the third quarter right after this. Live coverage continues. Stay with us.
Hi. 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 Hi, I'm Maggie O'Connell. I'm Julia Hargraves.
My name's Emma McDonald.
I'm Julia Raposa. And we are the leaders of the Active Minds chapter here at Durfee.
Active Minds is the nation's premier nonprofit organization supporting mental health awareness and education for young adults. They're a national leader for young adults' mental health, advocacy, and suicide prevention. Did you know 1 in 5 Americans suffer from mental health illness? 1 in 5.
As Active Mind leaders, we had the opportunity to attend a MIAA Sportsmanship Summit a couple months ago. We had the privilege to sit in on a workshop that was focused on mental health and were introduced to the Kyle Cares program, where the story of Kyle Johnson was shared with us.
Kyle Johnson had a profound impact on many people in his 19 years. He had a passion for helping others and was driven with the motivation to make those around him happy. Kyle always put others before himself despite his own internal pain and struggles. His compassion made the world a better place. In Kyle's memory and in recognition of his legacy for caring for others, the Kyle Cares Foundation was created.
Kyle Cares is a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting open and honest communication about mental health challenges experienced by teens and young adults in today's society. Kyle Cares aims to eliminate student self-harm and suicide by creating school environments where students and their caregivers have the confidence to support and seek help without shame or hesitation.
Why we want it here at Durfee.
Having this Active Minds chapter here at Durfee is so important to us.
We want to help change the culture around mental health at Durfee.
No one should have to struggle alone.
We believe it's never too late to start taking care of your mental health, and we want to help begin the conversation about it.
We want to encourage those to seek help.
We want to empower the individuals to talk about and open up about their mental health.
We want to grow awareness to the resources available in our school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Thuran, one of the adjustment counselors here at Durfee. As an adjustment counselor, I work with students to support their social and emotional needs, mental health being one of those areas. I am currently working with your Active Minds leaders to support students through this awareness campaign. Durfee High School School Adjustment Counselors also work to connect our school with mental health resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health or needs to talk, please contact me or see one of your grade level adjustment counselors. If you are unsure which office to go to, please contact me or one of your Active Mind student leaders who will inform me and I can guide you in the right direction.
Overall, our mission is to create a change in the Durfee community so that mental health is openly discussed, cared for, and valued.
If you are passionate about caring for others, mindful about mental health, are seeking help or resources, or want to become a part of a supportive, judge-free community at Durfee, become an ally of mental health and join our Active Minds chapter.
Your mental health matters.
We're here for you. We will listen to you.
You are not alone.
You matter!
Welcome back, everybody, to Durfee as we get ready for the third quarter here. To begin the third quarter here. Remember, we live stream on Facebook, facebook.com/FredTVSports. Be sure to like and follow us there. And subscribe to our YouTube channel under the same name as well. You can get our on-demand content anytime, anywhere. As we return you back to the field of play here. Somerset-Berkley taking a shot right out of gate here. And it went out of bounds, but a chance for them in the early start here for the third, trying to retake the lead. Got that scoreboard up. Clock is rolling. And here we go. Goal scorers in the first half, both coming in the first quarter. At 8:12, Carissa Albin for Somerset put the Raiders on top 1-0. That lead lasted for about 5 minutes because at 13:49, Alina Emery tied up the game at 1-1. But mark my words, both sides have had multiple opportunities. We could see probably 5 or 6 goals between the two teams right now. But the goalies have answered the call. The defenses have done a good job as well at limiting the opportunities. But a really good first half. Neither side here has a tie on the season. Durfee gets the whistle back after the questionable call. Part of our pregame ceremony this week is, that was done here in the stadium. This week is National Game Official Appreciation Week. So we thank our officials for administering the rules of the game, even though we don't always agree with every single call. Can't do it without them. Ironically, on this very same week, Angel Hernandez has been relieved of his duties in Major League Baseball. We'll just let that sit and marinate for a little bit. Oh, boy. Talk about polarizing. Oh, my God. Maybe a couple seasons too late, but that's all right. Figured it was only a matter of time. I mean, we'd be here all night. Those of you who watch baseball, we don't need to say anymore. If you don't watch baseball, look them up. It's viral. Down in the corner, it goes out of play. Definitely talking about baseball, though, that never went out. Good call by Athletic Director Brad Buston here in the booth. I was about to say the same thing. Never went out of play. It was still inside the line, and you can't tell me you can't see the lines. Okay? Not on this new field. And the orange line where they called it out was against the black backdrop for the football sidelines. Clear as day. Not a good call right there. And now a corner for Somerset. We talk about Major League Baseball for a minute, and can't help but mention Tim Wakefield. Oh, my gosh. So sad. Lucky enough, I got to see Wakefield pitch a couple times back in, actually it was like back in 05. It was a long time ago. And one of my all-time favorites, just because of the knuckleball and how unique, he was and his skill, his craft. But definitely a shock to see that come down. The fact that he was ill and then, that quickly hearing that, he passed, that's really was a shock to baseball fans in general, never mind, Red Sox Nation. But some great memories. What a teammate, what a player. Across midfield, the Hilltoppers with a player down towards the goal. Trying to get it there, though, is the trouble. Freitas gets by. Shot is slowed up. Took too long to develop. Whistle sounds. A stoppage of the clock here in the stadium. Just going to catch up on that here. And at 8:25, as Emily Curran sent to the penalty box. I think it's the first time I've really ever seen that, honestly. I remember seeing fouls, penalties called against anybody a long time. Toppers trying to get it out again. Somerset continues their push. Halfway through this third quarter here. Slowed up down on the field, and another free ball coming here. This one for Somerset as they restart here. Coming near side. Blocked as Finlaw tried to give it a ride. And now the ball goes out of play, but again stops the forward progression as Duong was able to stop her. Calling a corner. So something happened down inside the circle because the ball was not in the circle. So another chance here for Somerset as they'll get the ball from the corner. Do it again. To Crook. Broken up. And another whistle, another corner. Somerset going from this side. Now as Crook put it in play, kind of changing it up a little bit. And broken up again. Now a shot taken, and it's still in play. Kick saved by Karen, and it'll leave the circle as Swanson chases after it. And Durfee gets... They got the free ball, but it's going to have to come back further than they restarted it, and the whistle sounds there again. Big swing. That had a lot of speed on it. A clean roll, hooked, and out of play it goes. Durfee ball. Cook gives it a ride. Quick transition here for the Hilltoppers. But behind the play, unfortunately, the defenders and midfielders cutting it off as Crook passes it up the field. Out of play and a corner. Big swing. And another whistle. And another corner. That's 5 in the last 5 minutes for Somerset. Now, if not for anything, it takes a lot of time off the clock as well. Really shortens the game when you have this many of them. They're going to go to Crook this time. Redirecting, trying to get through traffic. Still with possession of the ball. Now loses it. And it leaves the circle. Cleared out to the sideline. And out of bounds it goes. Patello gets us restarted. Good takeaway. Under a minute here in the third. Kennedy will reset it and put it in play. Final 10 seconds, Somerset ball. And they won't get a shot off. That's the end of the third. No goals in the third. Another tight quarter of play, neck and neck. We get ready for the final 15 minutes here at Durfee. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us. Fourth quarter coming up after this.
Fall River Public Schools has opportunities for positions in multiple areas for people looking to work with the next generation. Come grow with our team. We have openings for teachers, paraprofessionals, and teaching assistants, and other educational support positions available. We are also looking to fill operations support positions such as custodial, security, and food service. We offer competitive salary and benefit plans. We have rewarding work available in our 21st century schools and learning environments. Come grow with us. Please contact the Human Resources Department at 508-675-8420, extension 53708, or see our postings on our website at fallriverschools.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth quarter about to begin here at Durfee. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for both of these teams. For the visiting Raiders, they'll be home on Thursday as they host Apponequet in a rematch from game 1 of the year. They won 3-1. Then they will hit the road for 3 starting Saturday. They'll go to Bishop Stang, then Old Rochester a week from tonight, and then on Saturday the 14th, Oliver Ames. And they've played all 3 of those schools as well. For Durfee, they'll be on the road at Old Rochester on Thursday, and then they're off for a week. Come back home to play Mansfield. Well, actually, no, that game got moved. Mansfield's not on the 12th anymore, isn't it? Mansfield is... I thought that got moved. Let's double check on that. As we're underway here in the 4th quarter. Back towards midfield. Durfee going to reset here. Just double checking some of the stuff with the calendar here. So Mansfield game is accurate, so that's the 12th. And that's the start of a 6-game homestand, basically, for the Hilltoppers after the game this week at Old Rochester. So they'll have Mansfield, Old Rochester again, DR, Dartmouth, New Bedford, and Brockton, with senior night scheduled to be the New Bedford game on Friday, October 20th. So a lot of home matches coming up for field hockey here for Durfee. Turned around by the Raiders. Kennedy does kind of an end around. And the whistle sounds. Somerset will reset from midfield. Under 10 minutes to go. Freitas trying to stick with it, went down, and the whistle sounds. It'll be Somerset ball. Deep down the field. That was Julie Pacheco trying to center one, and whistle goes against her, and the Hilltoppers get to reset now. Raiders coming back to midfield where they'll reset it. Top of your screen right at the 50. Big swing in stride, trying to get there, and they do. Broken up by Botello toward the sideline and out of play. Taken away by Finlaw. Shot taken is off the heels. Why are we sending it to the side? That's twice now. I thought maybe the first time was just kind of a fluke, but send it up the field. I don't understand that move at all. If you have a free shot, why hook it out of bounds when you keep it up this far? Send it down the field. Durfee will get the whistle in their favor this time. Big swing there from Lily Cook. Almost got down the field. It was stopped. Durfee keeps it down this way. And right at the top of the circle, Cook with it. Cook double teamed, got to get it away. Cook with the pass, is broken up. Out of bounds. Nice stop there from Mata. Mata with the pass down the field to Emery. Big swing down the far sideline. Hits her teammate, centering pass, crossing, and it's gonna go out of bounds. Great setup right there from Durfee. That goes out of play. Whistle stops Durfee's forward progression. Back to Somerset it goes. Right on, nice footwork and stick work right there to keep that in play. That went out. And it is going to be Durfee ball. Emily Curran. Try to ride the line. It's a foot race, and Emery gets there and gains the whistle. 3 minutes to go. Big swing. Cook has it taken away by Crook. Good burst of speed there from Delisle. Hilltoppers with numbers. Hooks it and it goes out. And a timeout called here with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. So again, up next for us on Fred TV, we'll be back here on Thursday for girls soccer against Diamond. That's a 3:30 game here at Mac Aldridge Field. 3:30 start time will be live. And Friday's football game at 7 against Bridgewater Raynham you can watch on the Durfee Athletics YouTube channel. That'll be live streaming there. We'll send the link out on Friday afternoon. All right, here we go. Out of the timeout. Whistle goes in Somerset's favor, and Crook will reset it. Weaving through traffic. It's taken away, and kind of a trip up there. Kennedy will reset now. Final 90 seconds. Still loose down low. And a corner coming. Can Durfee survive this last 70 seconds? Somerset getting the corner here late in the game. You go to Crook on the far side. Backhand gets by one Hilltopper, still loose in front, and kept in along the boundary, and it'll be sent out of bounds by Botello on the sideline to come up on 50 seconds. Costa will reset. Whistle in Durfee's favor this time. They'll get to restart play. Big swing. Crook gets a stick on it, slows it up, keeps it on this side of the field. 25 seconds. Hot shot goes out of bounds. 10 seconds. Somerset with a chance at the end of regulation. And the whistle sounds. And this game will end in a 1-1 draw. What a great game. This was so much like the Dartmouth game that I called for DCTV, the road game for Durfee 2 weeks ago. Some great chances for both sides, but just very low scoring, nail biting, fantastic competition, that's for sure. Evenly matched. Great game here tonight at Mac Aldridge Field. See the Hilltoppers on your screen. So Somerset does not get hit with their first loss, but it is the first tie for both sides. And the tie is certainly better than a loss. And Durfee definitely playing a much improved game against Somerset this go around after, allowing quite a few goals in their first matchup across the bridge. Fun times tonight here. All right, folks, we thank you for tuning in to our continued live coverage of Fall 2023. We'll be back on Thursday, 3:30 game for girls soccer against Diamond Regional. For my cameraman tonight, Mike Fernandez, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee. We'll see you Thursday.